Tonight is the last regular season game, last conference game, and if WLA wins tonight against CWC, the Vikings share the conference title with St. Lawrence. A lot on the line for WLA tonight. Central Waupun Christian is ranked 4th in conference with a record of 10 wins, 6 losses, and 3 ties. CWC is a fairly young team with no real standouts except for their goalie. WLA comes in with a record of 17 wins, 1 loss, and 5 ties, losing its first game of the season last Saturday to Sheboygan Lutheran 4-2. This is a restart game from last month's rainout game. WLA looks focused, poised, and ready to be conference champs. Well, tonight's starters are Zach Wright and Luke Mayhawk at forward, Josh Thieselt and Johnny Peterson at outside mid, Kyler Narrance and Travis Clary at central midfield. Nick Paul heads up the defense at goalie, Zach Schrader and John O'Connor in the center D, and Jacob Zunker and Mason Koblik at outside defense. Today's broadcast is copyrighted, protected by the Jim and John Show, but we want our WLA families to share it. The opinions expressed during the Jim and John Show are ours and not WLA or any other affiliates of WLA. So go ahead and enjoy today's broadcast.
As we get ready to kick off here, this is a restart of a game that we started 10 minutes and 32 seconds is when we got rain delayed. So this is a makeup game between CWC and WLA. As WLA comes out of the huddle, we're getting ready to restart this game. It is a balmy, I would say a balmy day for October. Temperature 66, a little bit of wind coming out of, I would say, the southwest at, I would say, about 7 miles an hour. Our flag is at half staff right now, so it's not up into the wind, but it's periodically moving. It's a steady wind. Field conditions, I was down on the field, we're still soft, but we're not like totally soggy and wet, but it is in spots slippery. Particularly goalie boxes inside the sixes on both sides are particularly a little bit muddy. We're going to have a redrop instead of a restart. I don't know if we had a coin toss but it's going to be a courtesy kickoff. So we're just a few seconds from starting off. Is an unusual start, so everybody's kind of trying to figure out what's going to exactly happen. But on the good side, our managers and statisticians are down there ready and doing their job. And here comes the first kickoff. John O'Connor gets a head on it, and WLA coming down the field. When we left off the last time, WLA was controlling the ball pretty well, but there was a little bit maybe of disappointment that we weren't up by 1 or 2 to 0. But you have to remember CWC is a well-coached, well-rounded team. And I don't think you should necessarily expect to be up that fast. A little bit of an injury report. Zach Wright up in the front forward. Got injured in the last game. We'll talk about that a little bit more as the game goes on. He's going to start this game and see how he feels. And there may be some kind of subbing if he can't go the distance. But he took a little bit of a knee-to-knee apparently at the last game over at Sheboygan Lutheran. WLA ended up losing that game. That was actually their first technical loss this season, 4-2. They got scored on in the first 28 seconds and seemed like they never recovered from that early goal. They did score back. They did have a penalty kick, but apparently they missed the penalty kick and they just never got the win back to win that one. But it was a well-fought battle down the stretch. Throw in CWC for the Crusaders. in blue. Going south, WLA in white going north. Now the other injury report is we still have Josh Thiesfeld wearing a cast on his left hand, but he seems to be operating just fine. A little build-up by WLA. John O'Connor over to Mr. Zunker, and a nice ball down in the corner with some speed with Luke. Ran by the ball, and CWC picks up the turnover. Johnny Peterson takes it away. He's looking for a pass, gets it out. Two players in the same space, and we have Tyler. Way to get it away. There's Zach Wright breaking on the ball. Nice recovery by CWC and a clearance out. John O'Connor puts the ball back to Johnny Peterson, who gets a rip and a deflection that could have been dangerous, but goalie for CWC picks it up. Got a tall goalie. Sideline announcer here. Is he a sophomore by a chance, Gwen? Our goalie? Their goalie? Well, she's checking on that. Johnny Peterson's got the ball and unfortunately went out of bounds.
He's not listed on here.
We're not sure. I want to say he's a freshman or a sophomore. But we'll check in with that and try and figure that out. Follow CWC. We have it at the half-court mark, or half-line mark. Zunker with a kick in. It's spinning hard, and a deflection off a CWC player. Johnny Peterson went to pick it off, lost his footing. Now CWC has it. Johnny Peterson's just been leaving right off where he's been playing. He plays hard. He's been playing really well. Tough pass by Tyler, but he gets it back, or Wright gets it back. There's a little chip. Oh, missed hit by CWC. Kyler at the 18, puts the ball into the box. That's a nice play when they come in outside in like that. John O'Connor looking to back pass, which he does, over to Zunker. Zunker's got it back forward to John O'Connor. John O'Connor with a quick flip, and it's a give and go down to John O'Connor, who unfortunately loses the ball, but Johnny Peterson picks it up and a little hard first touch knocks it out of bounds for a throw-in for CWC. Hard game. It's a 4:30 game tonight. It's pretty cloudy. The lights are already on. It's probably going to get dark as we go here. And Johnny Peterson with the ball and gets it out just a little bit too far ahead of him. And CWC with the throw-in on the side. We have our first sub for the night. I guess we don't have our first sub. He was over exuberant. It was just a blue throw-in. Oh, he was called on and then called off. With a great movie. Clary down the center and a deflection. Oh, I thought it was going to be an own goal there. Deflected off the CWC. It looked like leg and then went back over the line. First corner kick for WLA. Zach Ray taking this corner kick. Let's see what his leg looks like after this kick. Yeah, a little short. I don't know if that's because of the ball or he just kicked that one a little bit short. And it's a substitute.
In for the Vikings, number 3, Ben Dorst.
I think coach is maneuvering that around so Zach can get an opportunity to rest. Oh, nice header off the pole by Thiesfeld. Johnny Peterson knocks it down off of them, and it's a goal kick. Off of us for a goal kick. Goal kick, CWC. Puts it at about the half-court line. Johnny Peterson over there fighting hard for the ball. And makes a back pass. Zunker with a quick hit. Luke, can he get to it? No, but John O'Connor tries to rescue it. Here comes Mr. Schrader to step in and create a great pass in Travis. Trying to work through the center there. Oh, opportunity for WLA, and Zach Wright gets it right out of the goalie's hands for a corner kick. That was an amazing play.
Returning for the Vikings, number 18, Kyler Narrance.
Ben Dorst.
Ben Dorst coming off. Had a couple of minutes. I think they wanted to check and see how Tyler's leg was doing. Here comes the corner by Luke Mayhawk. Right on line. Oh, Mr. Schrader. It came down, hit off of Josh Thiesfeld, and right to Zach Schrader. A deflection, maybe.
In the 19th minute, Viking goal by number 17, Zach Schrader.
Zach Schrader, a defensive player. You love when defensive players get an opportunity to play just a little bit of offense. It gives them just a feeling of, yay, I get to score. And that's exactly what he did, I'll tell you. He aimed that up just like a forward and put it away. Ooh! Zach had a really nice idea there. Just nobody else read exactly what he was doing. There's a tough play by Mr. Schrader at the sweeper spot. Just did a heck of a nice job. There's a give and go out to Johnny Peterson, who makes the corner, just blows by his guy. But unfortunately, the ball went 4 feet behind the goal box. But boy, he just was hummity drummity right down that side. Sometimes you get going down that back sideline and you don't square up and swing those hips properly. And here's Mason's first. I think at first he was going a little bit slow, and then he's like, "Oh, that guy's a little faster than I thought," and he had to turn back the jets back on. And it's off for them. CWC's first corner kick since the restart. Here we are in the 20th minute. WLA up 1-0 off of a deflection from Josh Thiesfeld right to Schrader, Zach Schrader, who puts it in. First corner kick, and the ball is off. It goes to the deep side. Nobody over there. And WLA, can they get to it? And they do. And a good clearance. Zach Ray, can he get a quick touch? And a nice, and that could be a possible yellow. He's going to end up warning him, but it could have been very likely a yellow card for a one-on-one with the goalie. He's going to warn him. And that's really a generous call, because I probably would have carded him if I was roughing the game.
John O'Connor followed the ball left and right.
Very generous to give him that opportunity. It's always hard in a restart because you don't know what happened before. A spinner, but the goalie gets it. Not sure and I'm not sure that play gave us quite an opportunity to run up and do something with it. I don't know if he was trying to directly shoot that shot or if he was trying for a deflection or just mishit it. But regardless, WLA in the center of the field here controls the ball for a back pass, a little bit on the dangerous side, but he wins the ball back. Oh, Jacob Zunker makes a mistake, and WLA fights and scrambles out of a tough play. Zach's got the ball. They're going to crisscross. There they go. Perfect play between the outside mid and the forward. Just what you want them to do is that crisscross. You got the drop guy. A little hard touch from Travis. It came off and bounced up on his shin, and that first touch was a little rough. It got too much momentum going towards the back line, and it went out of bounds. If you're wondering where Jim is, these 4:30 games are a little bit tough, so we'll see if he can make it through the Detroit traffic. Oh, and an upper. Oh, you'd like to have that one back. That was a one-on-one with the goalie with plenty of opportunity to score, and he just mishit that. It was an absolutely great idea. Got the ball, went right at it and attacked. Just unfortunately, I think with his knee brace, he was slightly off balance, and that's probably why it went out. John O'Connor cleans up that mess in the middle. Over to Mason Kolblick. Mason is looking up. Who does he have? Kyler's got the ball a little bit up far ahead of him, but Kyler fights off the ball. And that, Jim, is what we were talking about, being able to play. Oh, that's close. And that's what we were talking, Jim, about playing against Slinger, where you got tough players and these guys have learned to fight.
In for the Crusaders, number 17, Mitchell Miller.
What I mean is fight, I mean fighting for position of the ball, and that's exactly what Kyler did. And you can see we've played some teams that definitely know how to battle. Here comes Luke with a really good look. Oh, just at the last second, CWC makes a wonderful play to knock it out of bounds. WLA's throw-in. Kyler coming in with our specialist for throw-ins. Let's see if we can get a flick and a score. Big throw-in. Here it comes. It's high. We don't get a head on it, but we get a foot on it. Luke turns, looks, and takes a shot. He had it settled pretty nice, but it bounced a little high before he could get his foot on it, and it went
In
over
for the
the top.
Crusaders,
But a
number
very
20,
good idea.
Trent Edmonds.
Great look to the net. Luke brought it down, and just when the ball came back up off the bounce, he just hit it a little bit late, and it sailed over the top of the net. Got a little bit of loft to it. WLA up 1-0, 24th minute. Nice kickoff. Zunker fighting for the ball, and it's a scramble in the middle. Ooh, looked like close to a lifted hand, but it wasn't. Zunker still fighting for the ball, knocks it down the line, right to Kyler. Kyler's looking up. I would like to see him send it right at that point. Unfortunately, he didn't, but that is almost as good as a kick over the top. Defender has no idea where the ball was, and it ended up knocking him off the top of the head for a WLA corner kick, number 3 since the restart. Luke Mayhawk is going to take the corner kick, lining up for it. Let's see if we can't put one in here. You know, I always say 1 in 8 scores. Last week's halftime report was the best corner kicks in soccer. Let's see if we can do one just like what we saw. Ooh, double head, and it hit the player for CWC, and the player for CWC number 8, I think it was, with the blonde hair, did an excellent job of not bringing up his hands and getting a handball, because that could have been very easily. You want to bring your hand up when the ball comes flying right at you, especially in the midsection. So, good job by, that looks like their midfielder, number 11. Yes, it is. Now that I get a chance. Luke Mayhawk trying to control the ball. Out to Mason, which is great. They're spreading out the field. John O'Connor's wide open if he can get it to him. But he takes the pass to Josh, which he was also open. There's Zach Wright for a look. And he goes behind his back, and unfortunately, I think it's going to be a blue throw-in. I would say that looked to me like the right call.
Work hard. Go, boys.
He's going to try and come over the top. John O'Connor with a flyer and off a blue for a throw-in. Nice throw right to Travis Clary with a ball that stretches out the defense. And Zach Wright seems to get it for another corner kick. The defender for CWC, you know, that's been always the culture of CWC, is to not try and turn the ball up the field, but rather kick it out. And that's kind of something that's taught them, and you can see it in their play. And that's not necessarily a bad strategy in most occasions, especially if a defender's right tight on you. Oh, and we missed. And, he kept it alive. Johnny Peterson and
Hit the ball low! Clear the ball, Blue. Clear the ball.
We had a couple of guys that were really fighting inside to keep the ball alive. Travis Clary, Josh Thiesfeld, and Johnny Peterson. All three of them worked to keep that ball active and in scoring position. John O'Connor hit the ball nice with great pace, but unfortunately has zoomed over the top of the net. Like to see that hit a little bit lower, obviously. Always easy to say, sometimes hard to execute. But we're late in the season. We should be able to figure out how to hit that ball. Now, I don't like when we're... And Nick was sitting a little bit deep waiting for that shot, and at the last second made a good decision to come out and come get that ball. And thank goodness he did, because he saved a scoring opportunity. And oh, what a ball by Travis Clary. Here's a scoring opportunity. Placed well. Very well placed ball. Not quite enough pace on it, but absolutely from an accuracy standpoint, it was perfect. Johnny Peterson trying to square his hips, get a shot off, or get a cross off. Kyler looking for the same thing. Oh, back corner. Oh, and a handball, but it's going to be a goal kick. What an awesome little boy. I'll tell you, the last, except for that, it's been back and forth here the last 3 minutes. WLA 2 opportunities, and CWC had 1. It's a back and forth game right now. Still 1-0, WLA up.
Yes, you got
Josh Thiesfeld, that was an interesting play. I think he was waiting for the guy to make a mistake, which is what happened, and take the ball away. Luke Mayhawk, a lot of bounce there in the center from the rain. Not sure what exactly that was, but looks like a shot there. But
Returning for the Vikings, number 3, Ben Dorst.
well, Zach coming into the game, it's been a couple of minutes. It's been, I don't know, what, 12, 14 minutes. He seems to be holding up all right. Called off the ball. Zach Schrader cleans it up, gets it out of the center. CWC now controls it at the center line, out to the side. And Josh Thiesfeld did something really well there. He just kind of positioned the ball.
Nice job, Ben.
Ben with an excellent cleanup. We're scrapping right now to try and get control of the ball. I think he was waiting for him to loop a little bit, but CWC cleans it up with a kick out of bounds. Very conservative play by CWC. Not trying to possess the ball. They're just trying to clear it out in any kind of dangerous situation. Ben Dorst going for it. A nice flick. Luke with, just mishit it. Zach Ray was running down the left side waiting for the ball. He just was open for the ball. Johnny Peterson runs through his man. Can we get a rip? Yes, he does. Low and hard outside of the left. It was a nice little combination play there. I thought we might get a real good opportunity.
In for the Vikings, number 16, Michael Billets. And number 19, Devin Schneider.
Our two outside mids sub out. Johnny and Josh and Michael Billets coming in, and Devin on the other side. Devin's a big, strong kid that seems to be getting better every game. I don't think soccer's his specialty, but look at Michael Billets with an opportunity, and yes, he puts it in. Michael Billets runs through his guy, which I've been waiting to see all season. Congratulations, Michael Billets, because that was an absolutely
In the 31st
senior
minute,
play.
Viking goal by number 16, Michael Billets.
I've been so happy for Michael Billets. He has worked so hard all season, and that is just textbook running through the guy.
In for the Crusaders, number 8, Aaron Van Huysen.
And not
And
shooting it
number
at the
23,
goalie.
Colin Huizinga.
not shooting it at the goalie, but actually the goalie was coming to him, and he shot it away from the goalie to the opposite pole. Well done, Mr. Billets. WLA up 2-0 in the 31st minute. Wow, that was exciting and fun. Corner kick, another corner kick. Let's check with our stats, girls, to see how many corner kicks that is. Is that 5 now? 6 already this half. They do an excellent job. When they're not eating candy, they are the best statisticians we've ever seen. Just kidding. Corner kick, WLA, Luke Mayhawk lining up. Looks good. And a nice high ball right to the center. You know, unfortunately, CWC's got a lot of height down back there. They grow them tall, but I've seen them taller in the past, but still, we got a foot on it. Jacob Zunker playing some awesome defense, winning it, and then a takedown by CWC. But Jacob kind of bided his time. The guy got a little bit ahead of him, and he just waited for him to slow down or make a mistake, which he did, and Jacob got it back. Nice header by their defender. That's one thing that Josh is doing really well this year. Instead of just trying to kick the ball, he gets it to someone. Luke Mayhawk loses it. Michael Billets picks it back up for a back pass to John O'Connor. Ooh, just a bad first touch, but look at him battle for the ball. Battling for the ball and takes control of it. Good job, John O'Connor. Cut back by Mike. Look at it. Back passes. Mason looking. He's got the ball to John O'Connor. There's an open guy down the field. Michael Billets, can he get to it before it goes out of bounds? Yes, he can. Mike kicks it off of him, but scrappy play by CWC to win it back. Mason steps up to get it back. Tough first touch. Gets it back. Travis tried to get a really fast pass and wasn't quite there.
In for the Crusaders, number 15, Jacob Grunewald.
Both teams doing some substitutions as far as players in and out. CWC's brought along about 6 or 7 subs. Not a full team, but 6 or 7. And WLA is about the same amount of subs, maybe one more.
CWC plays tomorrow night already, John.
Our sideline reporter is telling me that she thinks CWC plays again tomorrow. So maybe that's one of the reasons they keep their guys moving in and out. Plus, they probably realize this is a tough game to win against a powerful offense like WLA. Nice ball inside. Jacob Zunker way up the field. Devin is playing in place. Is there an opportunity here down in the 6? Oh, nice job. Oh, I would like to see him run towards that ball a little bit harder and out of bounds.
In for the Vikings, number 8, Jack Raby.
Jack Raby's first time to see the field tonight. We have Ben Dorst in the center yet. I want to make sure that you knew that. So we have Ben and Jack at the center midfield positions right now. Early in the season, that was kind of an unusual combination, but they've kind of learned to play together much better. I would have liked to seen Devin get a little bit more height on that, a little bit more speed, get it in a little farther, but nonetheless tried to get it to one of our players. Right out and gets it out into space. Ben Dorst fighting his guy to get it and saves it for WLA throwing. Devin Schneider in the corner is going to try and use his muscle and back passes it to John O'Connor. I'd like to see John O'Connor maybe rip one from over there, see what happens. We had a couple of guys in the box. Tight spaces right now. Devin, can he get it? Tried a little fancy footwork. I would have liked to see him just get a rip.
Intensity wide.
High kick by their goalie. Mason almost knocks himself out. That thing was so far high up in the air. Nice pressure by Jack on their defender that turns the ball over. I had a discussion with Jack about staying tight to his player. I'm sure Coach did too, but and I've noticed the last couple of games he's done a very nice job of staying tight with his guy, and they're making turnovers because of it. Good for you, Jack. A trip from behind, a foul on CWC. Going to be a kick for WLA. Zunker. Let's see if he can get one in a little bit better than the last one he had an opportunity with. Let's see if he pops this one. He does. There's an opportunity. Ben Dorst to the corner. Oh, Ben Dorst. Beautiful. Zunker put it right on, and Ben made a run and got unmarked, ran right to it, and got an excellent shot off. Goalie made a great play to stop that. Their goalie has kept them in the game. This could be very easily be a 6-0 game. That goalie's made some pretty good stops. I don't know what it is, but every time we play, goalies have their best games of the season. Maybe they're fired up because the high-powered offense of WLA. I'm not sure what. But the Slinger game, that guy played out of his mind. In fact, I talked to him after the game, just said, hey, you know, that had to be one of your best games of your career. He said, oh, I just had an outstanding game. Nice young man for Slinger. Luke Schlavinsky is ready to take the field.
In for the Vikings, number 20, Luke Schlavinsky.
Luke Schlavinsky, a tough player. I like Luke's play. He's been been improving very well. And of course, he comes in and turns the ball over. Sorry about that, Luke. That's what always happens when you say something nice. A little scrapping here. And over to Devin. Devin gets nice control of it. Nice pass, give and goal. Devin's got control of the ball. Just stays with the ball. He's got such long legs, but too long, and clip the player, and CWC's ball on a foul. Looks like rain, Gwen. I don't know if it's going to hold out for the whole game, but right at the moment,
It does hold off, John.
right at the moment, it looks like we're doing okay. Ooh, a bad turnover by CWC right at the midfield line. Devin picks it up. It's moving down the field. Back pass to Zunker. Oh, I'm sorry. It was a bad back pass to Zunker. Caught him. And Mason is looking and gets it away. I just love how Mason kind of, instead of kicking straight, he curves his foot and angles the ball funny and catches people off guard. Ooh, first real opportunity here for a while for CWC. And he gets a shot off. I don't know if Zunker was ready for that shot exactly, because the kid kind of leapt out and poked the ball. But WLA kind of avoided it, made him take a bad shot at least, and didn't go in. Oh, nice flick. Oh, my goodness. And there it is with Zach. I'll tell you what, that happened so quickly. High bounce. Luke pops it up perfectly to Zach
In for the
Wright.
Vikings, number 2, Hunter Gardner. And number 18, Kyler Naritz.
Zach Wright was practicing on trying to get a quick shot, I think, because that ball came down. There were 3 guys running right in line with him. He got the shot off, but it went over the top. But a great series there. I would have liked to seen that gone in, because that was almost perfect except finishing the play out. And that was a tough finish. So Luke Shavinsky, that's what I mean about him playing so much better. Earlier in the season, I don't think he would have did that. But as the seasons come along, he steps in. And that's what you expect from your stopper to be. He's got to be a tough guy. You know, that's one of those things where you have to learn to be real tough, real fast, anticipate where the ball's going. It's almost like you have to be a cornerback in the NFL. You know, you got to anticipate and try and figure out, or a safety, where that ball's going to be and get to it first. A little bit of pitter. All of a sudden, CWC has had a little bit of an advantage over the last 2 or 3 minutes here. And Zach Ray with a nice, Zach Schrader with a nice clear. Nick, beautiful. Nick, another guy that's had a great game against Slinger and has been playing really. Look at that punt. That's one of his. Oh, can he get a shot off? Oh, Hunter Gardner had an opportunity maybe to try and get it, send it back in, but didn't quite get to it quick enough. Maybe it was a little too far away from him. To Jack in the center. Jack staying in possession for a nice inside pass. Kyler looking for an opportunity. Luke Schlavinsky, will he take a rip? I'd like to see Luke maybe take one of those rips once in a while. Here it is, Mike Billets. Can he get another one today? Oh, to the back corner. Devin running in on it. Woo! Dangerous for CWC. That could have been another goal in the net.
In for the Crusaders, number 25, Josh Bartlett.
Wow, that was a nice setup. You know, that was a little bit better than if Luke would have taken a far out shot. They got the ball in a little bit deeper and a little bit better shot. So, you know, not always is an outside shot the best shot, but it does keep the goalie and the defense on their toes. It creates different opportunities and angles when you do that. Jack dribbling it up through, lost possession momentarily, and a little push in the back or a little shouldering, but Luke stays right with the guy. That's what you want. Just stay a little closer, just like that, and they made him work and lose the ball. Luke Slavinsky cleans up the ball, like what he's doing. He came in and filled in for the play.
Oh, here we go, 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 go. Join it, Mike, join it. They're going to turn and score. Let's go. Here's Jacob.
Jacob hits a back pass, but scrums it out. Ends up getting the ball. I mean, it was a little bit of an angle. Boy, Jack is making some very nice passes. That's the third really good pass in a row that he's made. Oh, ball coming over. Hunter Gardner trying to jump for it, trying to get a foot to it. There's a handball, but no call. It's always easier to see the booth than when you're standing right next to the player. Hardest call as a referee in soccer or basketball is the one that's right in front of you because you're too close and sometimes you miss the angles. Oh, and a nice rip by Jack. An assist from Hunter Gardner in the 44th minute. Kind of lackadaisical, moving the ball around. And then all of a sudden, a nice pass from Hunter Gardner, and Jack finishes.
Viking goal by number 8, Jack Raby, on an assist from number 2, Hunter Gardner.
Excellent play. Hunter Gardner, a senior, is back up forward and puts a really nice pass in there. They were kind of fighting on that side, and he ended up scraping out the ball, and just what you want a senior forward to do. Zach Schrader just saved.
1 minute,
A serious
remaining in the
run.
half.
3-0 WLA. Mike Billets kind of looking at it. It's got Kyler in the center, drops it, takes a little bit of a shot. That's a tough one. You got to try and bring that down to your foot, make a turn and shoot. Not bad. I mean, that one he could practice in the driveway a couple of times. But good for him to try something new. I mean, this is a game where, you know, obviously we're up 3-0. You gotta get better at certain things, and that's one of them. Oh, lucky he didn't kill his hamstring there. He did the Luke Mayhawk splits without warming up.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Jacob puts the ball right in at the center. Halftime, WLA up 3-0. My observations of what's going on, field conditions are much better than they have the last couple of games. Their bench came off and put one in tonight, which is awesome whenever you can have your bench players come in and put one in. I thought they might come out flat, seeing they lost to Sheboygan Lutheran, but they actually came out and played a very good half of football. So congratulations on a nice half. WLA up 3-0. Let's see what we have at the halftime report.
This week's halftime report is really looking at some of the people that help WLA soccer behind the scenes. Our hardworking soccer manager, Jacob Billets, does a super job. Our stats girls, Sarah Jacobs and Kaylee Gill, enumerate and tally all the goings-on at these games. Every week we have great ball boys, best in the conference, maybe even best in the state. I also want to thank Eric Schroffnagel, our JV coach, for the great training he gives our younger players. And the voice of WLA soccer announcing, Gwen King. And thanks to my partner Jim King, and thanks from myself, John Calkins, for tuning in every week. What an honor and a privilege for me. Let's get back to the game.
We're getting ready to start the second half. Just a little observation from the first half. I was kind of looking back, and it looked like about 70% possession, WLA about 30%. I didn't see as much possession from CWC. I saw more scrambling and clearances, but ultimately I would say maybe 70-75% possession WLA. They really dominated that half. WLA starts with a kickoff. Quick play out to Tyler, to Johnny Peterson. Now on this side, the teams have changed field sides. Zach Wright making the corner, does a nice job to get around the corner, and a nice little defensive play by number 11 to knock the ball away from Zach Wright for another corner kick. First one of the half. Luke Mayhawk lining up, take that corner kick. He had a real nice one. It was real nice and high. It floated up in the air. Let's see what he does this time. Oh, another nice bender. Zach Schrader blocks out the goalie, and take that rip. Johnny Peterson takes a shot. Lots of shots, almost an own goal there. Their player tries to clear it, knocks it off their own play for another corner kick. I like that because Zach Wright played it perfectly, didn't obstruct, stayed in front of the goalie, chested it down, and we almost got an opportunity to make a shot there. Certainly is not obstruction. He can have his space. The goalie does not own the box. Excellent ball in, and Josh Thiesfeld did a flying header, and it went a couple of feet over the top, but what an excellent run at it. You know, I've been kind of saying along the last couple of weeks that we have not done well to get our head on that. In the last couple of games, we have fought much better to get those corner heads on those corner kicks. That's a dangerous play. Could be an opportunity to score here. He needs to take it now, and he does. An excellent play by WLA to scramble and take what should have been a goal. Took it away from him. Another missed. I don't know if the wind is playing havoc or what's going on, but that's a couple of balls now and it rolled off of blue. I don't know what happened there, Gwen. Twice it went over our heads.
Jake, play Jake. Play Jake.
I don't either, John.
Play Jake, Johnny.
Did you see Josh Thiesfeld slam his broken arm down on the ground? I was like, don't do that. As mom, I would say that.
Little sideline talk from Gwen, giving us the report that Thiesfeld slammed his cast on the ground. And of course, being a mom, you don't want to see that because there's another deductible at the doctor's office. And that is a great play. Travis Clary, control of the ball, brings it down, gets a nice shot. Unfortunately, he tried to squeeze it through by the goalie, but the goalie did a nice job again and got a stop. I would have liked to see Travis get to the opposite pole there. but there was a guy that was kind of angled funny, so he had to take what he had, and he got a nice shot off. A lot of this game has been fought in the center, and it seems like WLA gets the better of CWC in the center of the field. Just been kind of just beating them. Like right there, a lot more physical than they are, and they get the ball, and they get it away to one of their players and possess, where CWC has just been kicking the ball and not possessing it. So nice pass up to Josh. Does a little trickery, tries to get around him, making the corner, fighting for that corner spot, but losing the ball, and CWC takes advantage of it. Jacob Zunker tries to get and stop that play. Johnny Peterson fills in. Double teamed by John O'Connor with an excellent play. We saw that in the last game where they two double teamed over there, and we just seem to win those balls when we do that. One coming to the booth. Jacob Zunker with a clear, kind of mishit that with his left foot. Throw in CWC. They're going to make a quick substitution, but they don't. Ooh.
Thank you for stopping, Sally.
Mason runs through and takes the ball away. Nice play by Travis Cleary. Leads Johnny Peterson to space. Johnny Peterson's got room. Can he turn on the Jets and make something happen? Oh, he muffs the ball. Get it back, Johnny. I think Johnny had way too much opportunity in open field there. Not used to that much open field and kind of lost it. Play on. He's going to play the advantage, and Nick Paul makes a nice play. Well, a foul on that side, and the referee, I thought, did an excellent job of calling it off because CWC really had an excellent opportunity to maybe score there. And oh!
Communicate and then take charge. That a boy, Josh. Good ball.
Perfectly played by the goalie. No opportunity whatsoever to do anything but whack that ball, and that's what he did. Right where you want him to. Sideline reporters all worried about the spiders that were crawling down her back.
It was a biting ladybug.
Clarification, it was a biting ladybug, not a tarantula. Corner kick, Zach Wright. Looks like the second one of the second half. Let's see what he does with this one. It's about time we score on one of these again. Oh, miss hit to the opposite side. CWC, captains get it. John O'Connor cuts off the play. Look at physical play there by John O'Connor, working hard to stay in a good defensive position. Mason steps up, takes the ball away momentarily. Battle at the midfield. I'll tell you what, these 50-50 balls, Gwen and Jim, WLA is probably winning 9 of 10. There's another example, just winning them to space. I don't know what's going on with Johnny. If his knee is acting up, he's just kind of jogging around. Coach told him something. I don't know what's going on. There's Johnny fighting it out down the corner and winning a corner kick. I like what's been happening on this side of the corner kicks. This is number 3 for the half. Luke Mayhawk has been really putting the ball right where it's needed to be on these corner kicks to give us nice opportunities. That side of the field, the goalie box, is absolutely slippery and muddy. Anything could happen. Look at that bender. Oh! Can he get his foot on it and get a shot? Oh, and left foot, he miffed it, unfortunately. Somebody's down on the ground. Kyler off of the field. It looks like maybe he got undercut or he just came and fell a little weird backwards. So we got a restart here. We're at the 54th minute. WLA up 3-0. WLA has not scored yet in this half. CWC has been playing a little bit more aggressively on the offensive end, but not getting a score. Johnny Peterson filling in for the crisscross. Zunker getting control of the ball. Down the line, Travis Cleary. Can he get to it? And Travis Cleary shows why he's one of the best players in the conference right there by beating their guy severely. Takes an inside move. Is he going to get a shot? Gets out in front of him. Goes by Josh Stiesfeld. Zach Wright with a look. Can he turn and shoot it? Ben Dorst with a right-footed shot. And clearance by CWC, but is it going to make it all the way to the other side? Zach Wright. Ooh, a slide tackle. Knocks it out of bounds. Very legal. Good play by the defense from CWC. Lots of activity on that last play. We get it in deep inside of that 8-9 yard box. Here he comes around the corner, sets it up perfectly for a left footer, but he couldn't get a foot on it. Here comes back across the other side. Zunker going to try and make a run to get it back into play. I'd like to see him get a turn on that and send it right back in, but not quite. Couldn't quite get it. Ben Dorst with a tough first touch.
Talk! Move, Brad, let's go! Win it! Out! White, boys! White! Play Jake.
Johnny Peterson throws it back to Mr. Zunker. Sends the ball into the 18 mark. Great hustle by Luke to try and get control. Oh, could have been a push down, but referee's right there on top of it for a nice. He's not going to make that call. But Travis Cleary making a run through the center diagonally. The ball came to him, but had a lot of pace on it. Tough to slow down and get a shot on that particular one.
Popcorn smells good, doesn't it, John?
We love that popcorn. Text somebody and have them bring some over. Oh, that's happened. Gwen, I don't know what's happened on this side. If the lights are in their eyes or what. But that is the third miss hit by our defense where the balls went over their head. And it's not like they didn't have time to go back on it. It's just like they just missed it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe it is the lights, John.
You know, if it was just one guy, but it's been three different people that's happened to. There's some speed from CWC, but Mason makes it back up. Schrader with a little bit of a bobble and kicks it conservatively to Josh Thiesfeld, and WLA gets back control of it. Tough first touch by Ben Dorst. Turns the ball back over. Ben's trying to win it back. And there he is. Johnny Peterson gets to space. They gets the ball to him. Is looking. Nice pass up to Ben Dorst. Ben Dorst, we got a 3-on-4 here, a 4-on-3, a 5-on-5. I would have liked to seen a lot of people at the box there. Zach Wright has just been doing a good job of getting all the, what I would say, the left refugee balls that have been played funny or wide, and he seems to just been getting it. Oh, there's a great play. Got his foot to block it and get it right back to himself. He drags his foot, gets the ball back, comes across the center, goalie makes a play. Right into the 6 box. If the goalie wouldn't have got his hand on it, Luke Mayhawk would have put that in for a goal. He just kicked the ball over the line. I'd like to see that again. Nick makes an excellent play, calls off the defenders, and gets a play. Oh, it's a reflection. Can he get to it? Oh, I don't know. That could have been a call. But the referee says no. Fair play. Good play. From this angle, it looked like maybe he made a foul play there, but referee says no. It's going to be a play on. Up to Ben Dorst. Ben Dorst has got a lot of time. Wow. Look at the time he's got. Johnny Peterson for a cross. Can he square his hips? He does. Oh, he squared his hips.
That was a nice
back past 22 degree, just like you're supposed to. Unfortunately, everybody was we didn't have a back player there. Everyone was running with them. And Jacob Zunker was in the wrong position there, but battled to hold the ball. It was not a real good defensive play there in its totality. There was some good switching, and Nick did a nice job of reorganizing them, but would have liked to seen a little bit better.
In for the Crusaders,
there.
number 17, Mitchell Miller, and number 24, Jake Thompson.
Halloween, and the spiders are out.
I hate spiders. I hate them. I don't care.
Sideline reporter is arachnophobiast.
For sure.
For sure. Oh, how did he get that ball through? Johnny Peterson with another opportunity coming down the sideline. A lot of time. Oh, crosses it. Off a deflection. Is John O'Connor going to pound the ball? No, he's not. Going to play it out wide. That's a good thing. Get your build-up back. Get possession of it. Play it out wide. Travis Cleary. Nice pass to Ben Dorst and off of CWC. That was a good, once they got reorganized, that was a nice setup to come down the field and try and do something with it. But CWC makes a good play, knocks it out of bounds. About time for us to score again. We've run around and worked up a sweat here the second half. I'd like to see one go in. Zach Wright in the corner. Puts the ball perfectly. And yes, it is. Perfect ball. Perfect ball by Zach Wright. Perfect ball. Josh Thiesfeld goes over and congratulates Mr. Wright on an excellent corner kick.
Who got the ball?
I think that was Josh Thiesfeld off of a corner assist from Zach in the 60th minute.
In the 61st minute, Viking goal by number 15, Josh Thiesfeld, on an assist by Zach Wright.
Yeah, that was nicely done. And I tell you, they deserve that one because they played that excellent. There's a nice play from CWC. Zunker running up to try and make the play. Gets a good first touch. Ben Dorst makes the turn, looking for Johnny Peterson. Oh, just played off of Zach's foot. All of a sudden, WLA just putting a few good things together and starting to pound them. Now the call is play on.
We got to play on Thursday. It's not anybody hurt here.
We all have to play on Thursday. Yeah, let's keep it clean. I mean, WLA has control of this ball. No reason to hurt anybody. Both are going into the playoffs. Nobody needs to get hurt. But WLA is just, you can tell, they are a battling team. They're going to battle for every ball, just like they are coached to do. Oh, Mason with a nice play to John O'Connor, fighting it out again today, just winning a lot of these balls. That's what you'd expect from your captain, Travis Cleary. Just keeps fighting and fighting and fighting. Luke Mayhawk controlling the ball for a nice. Yep, get ready to. Is Zunker going to pass it to space, which he does? Johnny Peterson making a run. And CWC runs to try and get it back, which they do. Johnny Peterson running from behind. Zunker gets the ball, intercepts it, takes a look at the field, loses his footing, gets pushed off the ball. CWC, bad first touch from CWC. Mason makes a play, and Josh finishes cleaning it up. Ooh, dangerous for them. They get a foot on it. Oh, Johnny inside-outside play. Here we go. just doesn't know what to do with it once he gets inside. That's the second time he's had kind of a good look. Next time, take a shot. Let it rip. There's a nice play on the ball and a handball in the box. Just an unfortunate event for CWC. Yep, stock clock. Just an unfortunately event for CWC. The ball came hard at the guy's almost like face. He put his hand up to maybe protect himself, and a handball in the box. Penalty kick. And Zach Wright is going to take this penalty kick. Just unlucky for the CWC player. We're in the 63rd minute. Zach positioning himself, trying to get good. It's muddy down on this side of the field. Looking at the goalie. Goalie looking at Zach, giving him the evil eye. Takes the shot right to the back corner. Couldn't be played better. That was textbook, folks. That was textbook penalty kick from Zach Wright to give WLA the 5-0 advantage.
Penalty kick in the 63rd minute. Number 10, Zach Wright.
Couldn't ask for anything nicer than that penalty kick. We've struggled a little bit over the season with penalty kicks, but Pastor changed it up. And, there's a lot of pressure whenever you take a penalty
In for
kick.
the Crusaders. Number 8, Errant Van Heusen. And for the Vikings, number 8, Jack Raby. Number 16, Michael Billets. Number 19,
Michael
Devin
Billets over there
Schneider.
fighting.
Number 18, Kyler Narentz. And number 20, Luke Schlavinsky.
Well, the wheels are starting to fall off for CWC. Just WLA is just exercising their will at every possession, every play. Michael Billets, sub off the bench, comes in, makes a great play for another corner kick for WLA. Beautiful ball. Luke Mayhawk gets his head on it and just a little bit wide. That was a nice ball. That was Kyler Nearens on that one. Zach Wright substituted out. We got Hunter Gardner and Luke Mayhawk up at forward right now. Jack's come in to play in the midfield with Kyler. And then you have Devin and Michael Billets at the outside mid positions. John O'Connor. Well, that time I would say he he ended up toughening it out and winning the ball, Gwen. Every time we get it, get possession of it. That's that fast pass there by Hunter Gardner. Didn't have quite enough on it when I was, and I haven't reported this, but when I was down on the field, the grass is a little bit long in spots. It's like choppy, because I haven't been able to get on the field and give it a haircut. And when it's choppy like that, you got spots like where Luke is right there, where the ball's a little bit slow. You get in more towards the center, and the grass seems to be more padded down, and the field conditions are much faster. So, a rocket of a throw. Can Michael Billets get to it? No. Boy, that was a 40-yard over-the-head throw-in.
In for the Crusaders, number 20, Trent Edmonds. And also in for the Vikings, number 2, Hunter Gardner.
I missed him before. I try to keep an eye on that stupid little spider.
I didn't know there were smart ones. The tarantulas are out, coming into Halloween. Luckily, it isn't a clown.
Yeah. Well, I took the clown and the spider, I think.
Luke Slavinsky.
Now I'm all
I just saw a substitute I missed, and I apologize to the fans, but I just saw Luke Slavinsky got substituted in. It looks like for Zunker. Zunker must have been subbed out, and Luke is playing that outside defensive position right now. So a little bit of an opportunity for him to play a little different position. And here comes...
Returning for the Vikings, number 3, Ben Dorst.
Ben Dorst is coming in for John O'Connor and actually playing the stopper spot. So a little bit of a change going into the second half with a controlling 5-0 lead for WLA. They're going to make some positional changes. Let's see if that gives CWC any opportunities, or if WLA can continue to just grind away at them. And a goal kick for WLA. So we have a lot of different players on the field right now. Our bench is in full swing. I should get the report on Richie Thiesfeld, but I don't, is he over? I didn't even see him over there today. I know he got hurt, and I haven't seen him since then, so. Inadvertent trip from behind to give him a direct kick. Very dangerous position for CWC. That's the spot where the backside, you got a big kid. Look at Devin Schneider on that back pole. This is a very dangerous angle for them. It's this is where, if you're the mother of a goalie, you hate this, because these are the ones that a lot of times get scored on. Then there, bobbled the ball, and Luke Mayhawk, give him credit. He had a quick foot, almost got it away from the goalie, but give credit to the goalie as well, because he got it. Dangerous here. Mason cleans it up. I tell you, that was a little bit choppy, and WLA scrambled and got control of it. Hunter Gardner down the sideline, nice pass. He back flicks it to Mike. A lot of people in the box if he can get it in there. Mike a little bit trying to line that up to get a good pass, but way too much time, Michael. Can he get a rip? No, he's not going to. He's going to try and dribble through two guys, which he did. Around a third, and he's going to take a shot, and it goes in. And it goes in. It wasn't the play that you would want him to take, but he pushed through two players, around a third, and took a great shot.
Viking goal in the 69th minute. Number 3, Ben Dorst.
Good job, Ben Dorst. You know, it's all about the finish.
In for the Crusaders, number 15, Jacob Grunewald. And in for the Vikings, number 15, Josh Thiesfeld.
Sometimes it doesn't have to look good. Sometimes it doesn't even have to look technical. But finishing is the most important thing when you're in that offensive set. When you get a chance, you got to score. And that's exactly what he did. Now, one thing I will say is the conditions down there is exactly what we were talking about in the last game. That goalie box is slippery. And good things happen when you shoot the ball, and that's exactly what happened. Because Hunter Gardner had, he had a good shot. Ben Dorst had a good shot. I'm not trying to take anything away, because he did. But the whole key there was he did shoot, and that's how you can go. WLA had 6-0, tough pass there. WLA had 6-0 at the 70th minute.
In for the Crusaders, number 5, Jacob Jeske. And number 25, Josh Bartlett.
20 minutes to go. Both teams have their playoff games on Thursday, so we have a lot of substitutes on the field right now. A lot of young players getting an opportunity to play. Plays a nice ball to space. Kyler's getting a little bit of a chance to play forward right now. He's kind of a natural in that offensive position. He's going to take the throw-in. Boy, he has a beautiful throw-in. Oh, missed the flick. He settles it and gets a shot. Deflects off the guy. I like what Ben Dorst is doing. I tell you, he's been playing good ball. He always has a much better second half than he does the first. And he needs that first half to warm up, but he plays so well in the second half. Josh Thiesfeld coming around the corner. Perfect play to Jack. Has a hard hit, just somebody in his way. Right where he needed to go. Playing it outside. Not far enough. This time he gets a much better play. Goalie's out. Can he beat him? Ball is out of control. And Jack wins it for a dangerous set. Oh. WLA is just pounding on the door, Gwen. Just pounding on the door. You can just feel another one is going to go in. Mason on the backside. Oh, they almost caught him with their pants down. I don't think they were expecting it to go all the way to the backside pole. Devin just had a little bit of a wrong angle. Otherwise, that would have been in. Excellent play from Mason. Mason's already, he was past the 18 box. Everybody trying to get into play here.
Isn't that Hunter?
Oh, if that was Hunter, I made a mistake then. I thought that was Mason.
I think that was Hunter.
Well, if I made a mistake, I apologize, but I've been known to make a few since my bifocals started wearing bifocals and over their head, but not quite. Like the idea, because we haven't played many long balls up the court tonight. It keeps them thinking. Josh Thiesfeld with a nice header. Luke Mayhawk gets, Luke Slavinsky gets it up the court. Jack makes a nice play. Unfortunately, out of bounds. Pine Christian's throwing down the sideline. Devin with that tall height gets the ball. Luke Slavinsky in there fighting for it. And it goes out of bounds again off of CWC's. Looks like Slavinsky's in there just battling every second for the ball. Nice throw-in. Tyler controls it. Sees Josh Thiesfeld right in the middle. Josh Thiesfeld makes a A-plus play to Jack. Jack pounds it right where it's supposed to be, and Hunter Gardner comes across. I'll tell you what, the two are running together, CWC and Hunter Gardner running together, and Hunter got his foot on the ball, but so did the CWC guy right at the same time. Throw in, WLA. Nice throw, flick, backside. Michael Billets makes a run on it. Jack with a little shot. Boy, they are just knocking on the door, Gwen. Knock, knock, knock. They just keep pounding at them. Part of the WLA's success is they just don't give up. Even their bench comes in and just battles. I'm proud of the bench players. They're coming in and just battling. Good for you guys. Keep it up.
Great experience, too, for the playoff run.
Yep. Great experience for the playoff run. I did not come up with that. That was our sideline reporter. Jack and a beautiful. Can he get a rip? Oh, he gives unself. Now there's a time where you should be selfish and take that shot. He wanted to give it back to him and reward him for a beautiful pass. Devin, you got to take those shots. You could have done it. Long throw in. Kyler. Excuse me, that was Luke Slavinsky. Kyler making it. Oh, dangerous. Ricochets and just WLA. Oh. A flick. Josh, a double flick. Can Jack get a foot on it? He's outman there. But Hunter Gardner, Jack gets a foot on it, gets a shot. Boy, he had a lot riding on that one. No room there for Josh. 3 guys on him. Fighting for the ball. CWC got it away from us. But, Mason comes in and cleans up the ball. Foul on them. Tough call for CWC. But Mason steps up, makes a great play, and runs through the ball, and CWC fouls him. Could have went either way. I would have probably let that one go, but referees tonight have done an excellent job of calling this game. 2 good reffing jobs in a row. Oh, nice flick by Hunter there. A couple of guys could have maybe had a pop at it, but wasn't quite there. Johnny Peterson coming back in. Maybe he'll play more aggressive.
Returning for the Vikings, number 11, Johnny Peterson.
Johnny Peterson was let off the gas a little bit there. Last couple of minutes of his play. I don't know if he was hurt, but just wasn't his normal running around like a crazy person. Nick calls for the ball. Excellent call out. Nick is really playing so much better the last couple of games. At least the home game. Oh, there's a shot. Thought he might have that one. Just drifted a little bit and went over the top by about a foot. But right on net.
In for the Crusaders, number 11, Devin Graychuk.
I think it kind of caught the goalie off guard a little bit. It was a little bit out of position, but he got back and unfortunately went a foot over the goal. But Devin Schneider puts a good shot on. Looks like Johnny Peterson's playing the center midfield right now. Michael Billets tries to make a play but gets creamed over on that side. Oh, a nice cutback by Mason. Brings it up the sideline for Michael Billets, who runs through it, but unfortunately Blue gets the ball. WLA 6-0. Oh yeah, haven't seen one of those in a few years. Crowd loves it. Bicycle throw-in. You know, I was asked a few years ago, you know, why doesn't everybody do bicycle throw-ins, or why isn't that a more prevalent play? One thing about a bicycle, the most effective, and that was probably the most effective place to play a bicycle throw-in, is they're not accurate. Let's start with that. The second part there is the reason they're used is you can have a lot of momentum and probably get another 20 yards to your throw-in. So if you're real deep like they were on defense, it's a great opportunity to try and make up some yardage and change maybe the field a little bit. But again, the downside is they're hard to go accurate. And I have seen guys get hurt pulling a muscle when they do that as well. Well, I've just seen one over the years. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say many. But one time I saw a guy get hurt trying to do that. But anyways, makes the game interesting, fun, and Johnny Peterson trying to run through the ball. Now Johnny is working hard at getting the ball. Oh. Kyler gets a good turn. Sorry, I'm laughing a minute here. Just heard something from one of the coaches that made me laugh. Still alive in the corner. Devin's trying to make a play, but you can see it. Field's still a little bit slippery. Shouldn't let the ball come in unless you got the old ball. But throw in and a flick. Johnny Pete. Oh no, that was Ben Doris making a play on that. Johnny Peterson. Will he take a rip? Diagonally he does. Jack had an opportunity but couldn't quite get his foot on it. Ben Dorst running, and Ben Dorst winning the ball. Gwen, that's what I mean. WLA has just out-battled, out-fought, outplayed, out-survived, out-hustled, out-everything CWC. They've done everything to them except take their sister out to coffee. They have just went at them and pounded on them in every which way they have. And what's interesting is this is a far cry from when it was raining and it was slippery. I mean, it looked like more of an even game the first 5 minutes of the rain delay. And of course that can be adrenaline and so forth, but this makeup game has been all WLA all over the place. Nice ball by Mike Billets up to Hunter Gardner. Hunter looking for something to happen. Will it spin and go out of bounds? Nope, Mike Billets gets it. He's in the corners trying to think what he's going to do. Left foot to Johnny Peterson. Johnny tries to settle it. Comes across after being just caloomed in the center. Takedown, and it will be a direct kick for WLA. Right at the 19. Well, we'll say it's the 20. Kyler takes a quick. They're not ready. Oh, trick play. And Johnny Peterson. Johnny Peterson with the finish. I had to take a look at that. Kyler, I love that.
In the 83rd minute,
Talk about it in a second.
Viking goal by number 11, Johnny Peterson.
Kyler Narens did a quick restart. CWC got caught. I mean, you talk about doing everything to the other team. CWC got caught looking, trying to set up, and he just put a nice little, started it out. Johnny Peterson, got to give him credit, got control of the ball, lost it, got it back, and then went in for the score.
In for CWC, number 4, Daniel Miller. And number 9, John Verhaeg. And returning for the Vikings, number 14, John O'Connor.
I think that's 7, is that correct? 7-0?
Yes.
7-0. Hard to see, the score clock has got a couple of lights out. Hunter Gardner getting an opportunity to play and making the best out of his minutes. He's really been hustling. So is Devin Schneider and Michael Billets. I have to say, many of them.
Diane Cockles.
Many of them have been making a good run. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Hunter Gardner with a great play in the center. Oh, and a rip. And a rip by Ben Dorst from about the 17. Tries to hook one into the right corner, right at the upper 90. Almost gets away with it. I don't know. I got distracted, Gwen. Might have been.
I don't know.
I thought it was Ben Dorst. No, I think it was Ben. Sideline reporter is trying to screw me up. She's more afraid of the spiders, and I don't even know if she has her eyes open.
So what did your beautiful bride want?
See if I got the goal. John O'Connor up the center, going through the ball. Look at John O'Connor playing hard. Oh, beautiful angle. Johnny Peterson, can he get to another one? He pulled up. I would have liked to seen him run through that. Maybe the goal, he would have bobbled it. But, the score is 7-0. You don't want to annihilate them. You want to still keep playing, but you want to keep playing hard, but Ben Dorst taking it up. Oh, to John O'Connor. Is that John O'Connor?
Yes.
On the outside, playing outside mid right now, trying to make the corner off of CWC for another corner kick. 84th minute.
Returning for the
85th.
Vikings, number 15, Josh Thiesfelt.
Johnny Peterson gets to come out because he scored a goal. Try and give Josh Thiesfelt an opportunity to get in there and score. Josh is a nice offensive player. He did score? Okay.
On that header, remember?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, giving him another chance to score late in the game. Oh, sailed over Devin. Devin was working the defender and kind of lost track what was going on. Couple more minutes left in the game. Zach Schrader with a chest bump right out to Zach. Zach with a fast pass. A give and go just a little bit far. And John O'Connor. Oh, out to Devin. Devin hustles through. Kind of pinballs it. Oh, another. Hey, I'll tell you what. That was a heck of a shot by Devin. That's the second one. He has got a quick shot. Kudos to Devin, because I think that would have, I think a lot of other goalies, that would have been a score.
Good balance scoring tonight, huh, John?
Yeah. Yep, sideline announcer, just Gwenner, tells me a lot of balance in our offensive attack. In fact, Luke Mayhawk, I don't know, I don't think he has scored tonight. Usually he'll maybe have 2 or 3 goals. Zach Wright had his 1, but not 3 or 4. It's been very balanced. Lots of players getting actively involved, and that's what you want to see going into the playoffs. You want to see all your people having the ability to score, because if they try and shut down like Zach or Luke, you know, and you got to have other players that can step up and score. Oh, Jack, that was a beautiful. I'll tell you what, I don't think I've seen Jack play so consistently and make so many good passes at all this year. He has played phenomenal this second half. Is he going to get a rip? John O'Connor. Oh, John wanted it. You could tell he was measuring up to maybe get a rip. We're in the 88th minute, couple minutes left in the game. WLA up 7-0. Both teams, again, getting ready to go into the playoffs on Thursday. You don't want to see anybody hurt, especially in the last minutes of the game. Devin.
Look at him hustle.
Gotta love the hustle all the way to the end of the game. CWC trying to keep their troops to play to the end of the game. Josh with a cutback. Can he send it across? Yes. Oh, to Josh, or to Johnny gets a he gets a little chuck at the end. Trying to get it to John O'Connor. Deflected play. John O'Connor to the right sideline here. Trying to see what he does. Passes it off to Devin Schneider. Devin Schneider. Oh. Wait, Devin has got quick feet.
If we say check to the ball, that means we want you to run and show yourself towards the ball. Come to the player that has the ball, then he can pass it to you, okay? That allows him to pass it, and then it opens up an opportunity to keep the ball moving our way.
Jack gets his head on it. Oh, not that time, Jack. Trying to diagonally get that ball. Luke.
1 minute remaining in the game.
Boy, some good passing, Gwen, here from our bench. Oh, here's another opportunity. Oh, Josh Thiesfeld wants that one again because he had it right in front of the goal, and it just took an unusual bounce, and he didn't get a good hit to it. Devin, I never realized he had as quick a feet as he does. Ben Dorst wants to line it up. Hunter Gardner. Trying to pass it through traffic. That's one thing, you know, if I would say, if you're going to do that, you got to go wide first.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
End of the game, WLA with another great win, 7-0. outplayed CWC every which way but loose in the second half. Balanced scoring from WLA. They should be ready to go into the playoffs hard and fast. Seeded number 2, and away we go to the playoffs. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for our post-game show. Here we are with our 2 center midfielders, Jack and Ben. You guys got a lot of playing time tonight, Ben. What was the plan there?
I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that's been going on. I mean, there's been a lot of injuries, and there was a point where Pastor Hagen practice decided I was going to play stopper, and that's where I played for part of the game. But other than that, center mid's where I've been playing before. So,
Jack, I saw some of the best passing, diagonal passing from you that I've seen all season. What was your key to doing that tonight?
I was just trying to get it up to the forward so that we could score, not trying to be selfish or just getting all the opportunities and taking advantage of them.
Great. Ben, I was up in the booth saying, what is Ben trying to do? Going through 2 players, around a third, and getting a shot off. What was that all about?
I don't know. There was just something in my mind in that play that I just wanted to score. So I did what I could, got through, and took a shot.
You know what was great about that is we always talk about it doesn't have to look pretty. It doesn't have to be ESPN worthy. All you have to do is finish, and that's what you did. Well, the guy was coming towards you. You had to be like panicking. What was going through your mind?
Well, I mean, when you're going up for a shot, there's a lot of different things you can do. Sometimes you got to look around. You got to find the right passes. You got to find other passes. Sometimes you got to get it back out, and then they bring it back in. But I saw the opportunity to get in between those 2 guys. After that, I didn't know what was going to happen. Found the opportunity, took my shot.
And it was awesome. Jack, you and I talked a little bit about how to stay close to a player. And during the announcing, I saw you do that a couple of times, and both resulted from the player making a turnoff. Have you made some changes in your game with staying up tight?
Yeah, I've just been trying to be more aggressive and get all the balls that I can so that we can just dispossess them and get the ball back in possession.
You know, Coach Haig has never been one to play a lot of freshmen. I think the last guy to get any really good playing time was actually my middle son, Aaron. So what is it like playing on a senior-dominated team as a freshman?
It's pretty cool, and it's quite an honor to play with these amazing players, and they just are great examples and are very kind.
Well, last question, guys. We're going to the playoffs. We're seeded number 2. We're in a good position. Are you fired up?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to be excited about. I mean, first we got this conference championship. That's a great win. Haven't had that for a while. And now we got seeded 2. Would have liked the 1 seed, but, deal with it. We got to do what we can.
Go Vikes. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for tuning into the game this week. We'll be back with you next week for another great round of WLA soccer. Hey, don't forget to tell all your friends and family about the new WLA YouTube channel. See you next week.